So I'm not the biggest Zelda player in the world. I never finished Breath of the Wild and I really should. But lately something has captivated me about the Koroks. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but these little guys just won't stop running around my brain with their little yahahas. I can see why they are so appealing, and that might be part of the reason. It just sounds so nice to become a little wooden quest giver out in the trees, hiding their face, doing nothing but waddling around all day and making silly noises and sometimes getting into trouble. And if you can't tell where this is going, we're making a Korok cosplay. This video is not the whole ensemble. I currently don't have the time or resources to make what the full vision is. I'm just doing the mask and the headpiece today. And I believe this is a smart move because I already have a lot of like brown, tan, green things that I can make coordinates out of, plus plenty of Korok themed accessories that I can slip in there so people will understand what I'm going for. It's like, I got a fever. And the prescription is more of these guys. So let's get to work.
I looked at a bunch of Koroks to figure out what shape of leaf masks that I wanted to make. I decided on this little guy. I believe his name is Makar. I don't know, that shape just spoke to me, and I also feel like it would cover my face the best, and also not obstruct my vision when I was wearing it on the side of my head. I traced out the entire thing in pencil before cutting it out. The stem of the leaf was still pretty flimsy, so I took some scrap cardboard and glued it on the back to make it stay a little more still. I added a border out of foam to give the mask a little bit of dimension. What I did was basically stuck random pieces of this glitter foam that I have and then cut it to match size. It was kind of like putting a puzzle together using all of the little scraps and having as little waste as possible. Then I painted it green. I really like that the glitter gave it this interesting texture. It made it feel a little more woodsy, mossy almost, like something was growing on the leaf. I mixed several different shades of green together to find the perfect ones to paint this mask. It didn't take as many layers or attempts at mixing as I thought it would, because they have such specific shades of green, yet also such varied shades of green. I wasn't sure I was going to find the right one with the 3 paints that I owned. It actually took adding a lot of yellow in to get this to be the right hue. You can especially see this in the highlights. These were my favorite parts to paint. They're just little bean or triangle or teardrop shapes, and they're just very satisfying to watch come together. And here's a look at the paint job before I added on any of the face details. These are also just foam, except it's black foam, so I didn't have to paint it. I cut out eyes, a mouth, and those weird facial details that are just random lines, and then hot glued them on. I had to shape that thin one, especially because I couldn't exactly get one in that exact curve. Moving on to the headband. I wrapped this in strips of burlap, which I did not do in frame at all, and I apologize. I am not sure how I missed it this badly. And then just glued it into place. This is obviously a very messy material, so I cut off all of those excess strands. I did the same thing for the horns. I just wrapped them into coils, stuffed them with more scrap fabric, and then glued them down onto the headband. I was low-key winging it here. I didn't expect it to work as well as it did, but it stayed in place on the first try. And then I sealed everything with fray check because there was no way I was letting this go unfinished and unravel on top of my head. I liked the placement of the horns, so I didn't have to make any more alterations there. So I measured out a spot where I could attach the mask to the side of my head, so it wouldn't cover my eyes, and that would be easily removable if I wanted to put it over my face. Once I found a place I was satisfied with, I stuck some Velcro onto the back, and stuck it on to make sure it would stay. And finally, I was done.
wanted to do a whole outdoor reveal thing, but the weather has been so cold that I can't really stay out for longer than like 10 minutes all week. So you're getting an indoor, half-costumed little improv thing instead. Sorry. But yeah, this is cute. I like that I could make it removable so it's not obscuring the side of my face all of the time. It's a little difficult to remove because of the way I put the Velcro on. It's angled weird. Headband is not my cleanest work. I'm still learning how to burlap, which I should probably learn how to do fast for another cosplay. This is adorable. I'm very proud of how this part came out, and I would like to find a way to be able to attach this to my face, but that is a later problem. Thanks for watching. If you liked this and want to see me finish this cosplay, please subscribe. I've got a lot of things in the works that I hope to share with you soon, so stay tuned and yeah, keep making things.